At Sam's, we've had this kindness era going on, talking about being kind to yourself, being kind to others, and being kind to the world. My sister, Kelly, has been talking about Rachel's challenge for the last couple of years, really. And I've always been so intrigued by that and thought, oh my gosh, what a perfect fit, right? And so brought it to the attention of Taylor, and she didn't even blink, like what a great leader does. She's like, yes, that would be perfect. And so since August, we've just been going full force and just loving it. And we just can't wait to continue doing more good things for not only our club, but our community.
I think it's just a great initiative for us to get involved in at Sam's Club because we're in our kindness era and we really believe in making a difference in our associates' lives and our member lives, because kindness is simple, right?
Yeah.
Like
it doesn't cost anything.
It doesn't cost anything. And saying hello to somebody and just a little olive branch to connect with somebody can go a really long way with people who are struggling. A conversation that I've had with some of our associates is that this is the kindest place that some people will experience. Some people don't have safe homes, or there's mental abuse, physical abuse, no quiet. And like we have a quiet room here at the club. And I think about that and how that fits in with our kindness, because again, we're providing a safe place for people. So I think like that kindness is just so easy and it creates a safety for people to feel good and safe in our club. And that's our goal, is that everyone feels like they belong and that they can be safe here.
Everyone has their own story, right? We might not know what that story is, but we want to know that in these walls, you're safe, kind, you're gonna have food. We make sure that there's food. We don't know what's happening when you get outside of this building. And some people will never tell you what's happening, but we always want to make it a safe place. And so that's what part of the kindness era is. And I have it no other way.
At club level, our associates, and I know myself as a leader, I'm different.
I've seen a change in myself, just holding myself accountable, because I'm talking about every day. It's just, I told Kelly this, and I know it's gonna sound kind of crazy, but I always say to myself, like, what would Rachel do in this situation? You know, because she was so kind all the time. And to remember her by that way, and I just kind of feel her presence with me, and it's changed me in that way. But the most exciting part about it is just how we've grown, kind of like as people, talking about this every day. But I really, really love the change in our associates. Every day I get stopped about wanting to be involved and the morale. I think that's what I love the best. People are listening. They're acting differently. The morale has been amazing. We just had kind of like a grassroots associate engagement survey. We scored really high at 80%, where people feel like they belong. And so that's really important to us.
It's lighter in the club. It's almost like it gives us some perseverance through hard times. You know, where it's like, oh, you know, some days can be really hard, but this positive vibe that we have going, and this kindness vibe is like, okay, let's lift each other up. Let's get through it. It's going to be okay. We have a strong sense of that in the building right now, which we haven't always had. So it's really inspiring for me to like lean into it even more, because I see it and I see how it's changing. And it makes me feel so good as a leader to like see associates being happy and enjoying each other and having fun. And I think so, it's just like, we just want to keep it going. It's inspiring, you know, it's like sparking this whole new level of engagement for us. And so I can't wait to see what it does in the community. Sometimes I get a little emotional talking about it.
This means something to people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And people want to be a part of it because it feels good.
Yeah.
And so that's been really nice.
It's been awesome.
See. And everyone's doing their own part. It's helped us be a better team. Everyone just wants to help everybody else out. It just feels good.
It's like sparking interest in associates in different ways. You know, like we get to see their own unique, special talents kind of come out and show how they can interact with kindness. And so it's just really cool, because I think it creates this belonging. You get to see people's different talents. And people are just like excited to share, you know? So I think like once it gets into the community too, it's going to be a lot of the same, probably. I assume that it's going to be a lot of the same. Like, how can I do this? What can I contribute?
And we're kind of looking at at different facets, what it's doing at club level, and then how we want to spread it out to the community. And we're just getting there with the community. You know, once we get to a middle school that has 800 kids, I'm thinking about just that kindness chain of reaction is just going to be immense. We did get our banner. We signed our banner. We're going to put that out for our community, our members. And we just kind of think of our members as our community because that's who they are. So when you have 30 to 40,000 members that shop here, not only the Eau Claire community, but the surrounding communities as well, getting that out and for them to accept the challenge, right? And then for our fundraiser, we're going to sell the little strips for the chain. And this was Taylor's great idea, but she wants to put it in the signs of a heart, kind of like a heart, a top, a heart, a top, a heart, a top, a heart, and see how big that can get.
To see the change that happens so quickly in our club, I can only imagine what it can do in the community and then as a whole, you know. And so yeah, we're super excited to be involved in this and spark good, you know, throughout Eau Claire and our larger region. Sam's Club, being part of Walmart, we're the largest retailer in the world, right? We have a responsibility to our community, and although we are part of this large corporation, we are our community. So I grew up in Eau Claire. I started off in this club as a part-time cashier and worked myself up to general manager. And, you know, Julie has mentored me through the years. And I think like when you have access to all the resources and training and development that a company like Walmart and Sam's Club has, you have to take advantage of it to do good in the world, spark good in the world, right? And I think that our company truly believes that. They believe we're here to make changes in people's lives, to help people save money, to help people live better. This is our motto. We have a responsibility to serve our community. And when we think about kindness and how it can serve individuals, I mean, you can't measure it.
No.
You can't measure it. It's priceless, right? And so, yeah, I think just it's important for businesses to play their role in their communities and have a responsibility to do that.
Yeah. We have surveys that our members take, and so many of them had mentioned, your employees are so kind. And to me, that means the most, because not only are we kind to one another, but we're kind to our members that come in and shopping, and hopefully they take that kindness home to their families or their friends. And so it's just kind of a trickle effect. And that's kind of what the kindness, I always say it wrong, but the kindness chain of reaction is that is in reality. And we want them to feel better when they leave than when they came in the door. And so I think, and that just goes right out into the community after that. The more we talk about it, the more people just take action and they want to be a part of that. And so it's just been the most rewarding thing I can say I've probably ever done in my life. And I want it to keep going. You know, you want to feel joy, you want to feel what you're doing is important, and you want to just feel good. And Rachel's challenge has just brought that all into my life. And so we're going to continue doing what we're doing, continue fundraising, continue volunteering. All that money is going to go right to Rachel's challenge and get as many clubs as we can to follow our suit. And we're kind of looking at different facets because, you know, we have 600 Sam's Club. I mean, we want this to be the biggest chain there ever was, right?
Make it your mission to lead with kindness and put it at the forefront of everything that you believe in. Having that as like a core value can change your business model. It can change the culture in your business. It can change your growth as a business and as a human being. Like, lean in, figure out what makes you feel good about it, and then just elevate it. The rewards for getting involved far exceed my expectations. So yeah, just get after it.
Our plans are just to get out there in the community and do more things. We just keep coming up with ideas of what we can do the next month. And so it's ever changing and evolving. And
yeah, and what I love about it too is that like, it feels, I know. It feels like the long haul too. Like, this isn't a fad. This isn't like, you know, sometimes in corporate there's things where you get after it for like, you know, a time frame. This is like a change of lifestyle for us as a club. Like, we are changing the way we serve our associates and our members and our community and it feels really good.
It does.
It feels really good. It re-energizes us and inspires us to do more, and we're just gonna keep leaning.
I mean, we're passionate. We're gonna make it happen.